Can you beat Pokémon Red with a Gastly only? That's the question I asked myself, and I wanted to do something for Spooktober, so I thought this challenge would be a good idea. For this, I have some ground rules that I set for myself. Rule number 1, I'm only allowed to use Gastly in battle. Rule number 2, HM slaves are allowed because we need them to finish the game. Rule number 3, no items in battle. And rule number 4, no glitches or exploits. We're going to play the game the way it's meant to be played. And without further ado, let's hop right into the game. I included the intro because it is part of the game. Everybody knows what Professor Oak talks about, but it's still a good intro. And yeah, I'm playing as myself, that's why my character is called Akira, and my rival's name is Tom. I think it fits. He may be my friend, but he's also my rival in terms of Pokemon and Digimon. Link in description. We're starting the game as always, picking up the potion in the PC. After that, our adventure can begin. Or not, because Professor Oak wants to talk to us. We're following Professor Oak to his laboratory, and we meet Tom. Hey Tom! Hi there! So yeah, we can choose between one of the 3 Pokeballs on the right side. I chose Gastly, the gas Pokemon. And I nicknamed it Boo, because it's a ghost. Get it? Tom takes Mr. Mime. I chose Mr. Mime because psychic abilities are strong against my ghost Pokemon. So yeah, Tom wants to test out his Mr. Mime against my Boo, and wow, confusion does a whole lot of damage. And I lose. I thought that I would lose, but I'm going to get my revenge. I grinded up and took him on again at Viridian City. So I did a few nightshades on his Pidgey, and it fainted. I did a nightshade on Mr. Mime, and he doesn't want to attack and wants to use Barrier, so it was a free win for me. After our victory against our rival, we went to take on the Pewter Gym. I thought I would just try how I would fare in the fight, and to be fair, I had amazing confusion luck. I used a Confuse Ray on his Diglett and his Sandshrew, and a few nightshades, and they hurt themselves in their confusion all the time, so it was an easy win. I thought I may win against Brock this way, so I just tried to take him on, and it worked out pretty well. He sent out his Geodude, I used Confuse Ray, it hurt itself. I used a Nightshade, it hurt itself. I used another Nightshade, and Geodude was down. Next is Onix. Confuse Ray, it used a tackle against me, which doesn't work. It hurt itself in its confusion, and it used Bite, but it was already dead. So it was an easy boulder batch for us. Our next goal was to go through Mount Moon. The rocket grunts in there were easy AF, and we battled against the Super Nerd. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, because it was a pretty easy fight. We were way too over-leveled already, and he didn't even try to attack us, so it was very easy to defeat him and to get the, yes, you guessed correctly, Helix Fossil. I always take the Helix Fossil, because why should you take the other one? I don't even know the name. Nugget Bridge. We're taking on Tom again. He's not strong, he doesn't even do anything. The only thing I'm scared of is his Mr. Mime. Like I said before, psychic abilities are strong against my ghost type, and we're nearly nearing the level of evolution. I don't want to evolve my Boo, but that means after every fight I have to press B to cancel the evolution, since there's no Everstone in Gen 1. And yeah, it's going to be tedious, but hey, I have to live with that, it's my own challenge. Tom went down pretty easily, and there we go, it wants to evolve, but we don't want that. I healed my Pokemon and went to take on Nugget Bridge. Nugget Bridge, I just have to put it in a video. I started it, and yeah, now I'm going to continue that. Taking on every single trainer on the bridge, taking them out with ease. I think I had to heal myself once, and after I defeated all the 5 trainers, we're at the Rocket Grunt, and as always, yes, I want to join Team Rocket. Please, just let me. Yes, I said yes 5 times. Yes, yes, please. And no, okay, I'm not allowed to join Team Rocket, and I have to fight against him. Yeah, he's not strong, so I took him on with ease, and went further on to Bill, and turned that poor guy back into a human. Afterwards we went on to take the Cerulean Gym. The swimmers in there, yeah, they existed. The first one sent out his Horsey, I used a Confuse Ray, it still used Bubble, which was surprising. I used a Nightshade, it hit me with Bubble again, and I licked it to death. Next up Shelter, I used a Confuse Ray, it tried to tackle me. Nightshade, it used a Withdraw, but I licked it to death again. That's our only moves at the moment, so we can't use more. The next trainer was a junior trainer who sent out her Goldeen, and Boo used a Confuse Ray. It hurt itself in its confusion, I used a Nightshade, it pecked me once and I licked it to death. I defeated the junior trainer and I took on Misty, because I'm on a run, so why not try it? Misty sent out her Staryu and I sent out Boo! Confuse Ray, she used an X Defend, Nightshade still did damage, and I licked it to death. Her Starmie wasn't strong either, Confuse Ray, it hurt itself, Nightshade. The water gun hit me but it wasn't strong, and Nightshade again and it died. We defeated Misty and got our Cascade badge, and no Boo, you're not allowed to evolve. I caught myself a Duck Trio, because in Pokemon Yellow, Duck Trio can learn Cut. I didn't know if that was a thing in Pokemon Red as well, so I just caught it and named it Cut ? Because I was unsure and I was too lazy to look it up, so just took it with me and went on to the SSN. On the SSN we met our rival again. Hopefully he was stronger this time, and he sent out his Pidgeotto. I used the Nightshade, I tried to use Hypnosis because I now had Dream Eater. There's no battle animations, by the way, because otherwise I would have gotten an epileptic attack during gameplay, but you will see why in the Elite Four. I slapped this Kadabra, used Dream Eater, and it died. Next up has Mr. Mime. Hypnosis didn't work, so I switched to Nightshade because I didn't want to die from his confusion, and I won against him. Let's move on to the ship captain, rubbing his back and getting the HM01 for Cut. I'm trying to teach Cut to one of my Pokemon, but it's impossible to learn it, so I called myself an Oddish and named it Cut. Let's move on to Lieutenant Surge and his Voltorb, which went down to a Nightshade and a Lick. His Pikachu itself wasn't strong as well, died to a Nightshade and a Lick. He didn't even try to attack me because he used X speed. Hypnosis didn't work against his Raichu, that's why I used Nightshade 2 times, and it fainted, and I earned myself the Thunder Badge. I got myself Thunderbolt, and since Gastly can learn it, I thought it would be a good move, so I forgot Lick and learned Thunderbolt. Our next stop was Lavender Tower, and Tom again! Hey Tom! His Pidgeotto was as weak as always, Thunderbolt, and it died. His next Pokemon was the Growlithe, a Thunderbolt, and it died. The third Pokemon was an Execute. I couldn't use Hypnosis, it just didn't work, and he slapped me for a few turns, for a few more turns, and for a few more turns. I used Nightshade and got slapped again, but I woke up and finished it off with a Nightshade. His Kadabra was strong, I thought, but it used the teleport and died. And lastly, his Mr. Mime hit me hard with Confusion, but still fainted, so we won against him. After defeating our rival, we went on to take Giovanni in the Team Rocket hideout. The first Pokemon is Onix. I slapped it and used Dream Eater to finish it in one shot. His Rhyhorn, I couldn't use Hypnosis because he used the Guard Spec, and I finished it off with Nightshade because he didn't even hit me. I tried to sleep his Kangaskhan, got it on the second turn and ate his dreams. We defeated Giovanni and moved on towards Erika. Her Grass Gym shouldn't be a problem at all because Dream Eater is a Psychic move, which means strong against her Plant type Pokemon. If I hit Hypnosis, which didn't work, and her Wrap still hit me but didn't do any kind of damage. So I've wasted a few turns here and there, but in the end her Victory Bell wasn't strong, her Tangela was asleep, I ate its dreams, and her last Pokemon, the Vileplume, was slept as well, but woke up. I didn't see that, so I used Dream Eater, slept it again, and I ate its dreams, and I won this round. Yay! Easy rainbow badge for me. Next up was Lavender Tower and rescuing Mr. Fuji to get the Pokeflute. The poor Marowak. I tried to put it to sleep, which didn't work the first 2 times, and Bone Club was just too strong. But hey, I ate his dreams after all and defeated it. Sylph Corporation and Tom. Hello there again. Haven't seen you in a while. I hope you got stronger. Now he has a Pidgeot, and it went down to a single Thunderbolt. His Growlithe went down to 2 Nightshades. He embered me once, but it wasn't strong, so I tried to sleep his Execute, which worked, and I finished it with 2 Dream Eaters. Next up, his Alakazam. I was damn scared of it and tried to sleep it, but his Psybeam hit me hard, so I tried to use Nightshade to finish it off before it could kill me. And I had 52 HP left for the Mr. Mime. I used the Thunderbolt and it meditated, which means I defeated Tom, and boo, you're not allowed to evolve, forget about that. We got ourselves the Lapras from the Sylphco employee, and we named it Surf Pokemon, because it's our Surf Pokemon. We went further upwards and took on Giovanni again. Giovanni's first Pokemon was the Nidorino, which went down to a single Thunderbolt. Next up, Kangaskhan. I tried to sleep it tried to Comet Punch me, my second Hypnosis hit, and I finished it off with Dream Eater. Next up is Rhyhorn, was slept as well. He used the Guard Spec after it was slept, and I ate his dreams. Nidoqueen was his next Pokemon, and I put it to sleep and ate his dreams. This is all I did the whole game, I just put them to sleep and ate the dreams. We won against Giovanni and went on to take on Sabrina, the Psychic Gym Leader. Her first Kadabra went down to 2 Thunderbolts. It hit me, but it wasn't that strong. Next up, Mr. Mime set up a light screen, set up a barrier, and used Confusion on me. I finally got it to sleep, and my Dream Eater didn't do enough damage, but lucky me, I crit. Next Pokemon was Venomoth, and it went down to a single Dream Eater. This attack is just way too strong. Her last Pokemon was Alakazam, who used a Psybeam, which hit damn hard, but I got it to sleep, used Dream Eater, regen some HP, used another Dream Eater, didn't do much damage, but it was still asleep and still asleep, so I won without any kind of trouble. We went on to take Koga. We got our HM Surf and the HM Strength, and we took on the Poison Gym. We slept his Coughing and used Dream Eater on it. Next up, Muck. Tried to sleep it, he tried to poison gas us. I didn't see that it woke up already, so I used Hypnosis again, ate his dreams, and Muck fainted. Another Coughing, I used Thunderbolt because I didn't want to waste any turns, and it went down. Lastly, his Wheezing, he tried to use an Axe attack but went down to 2 Thunderbolts, and I got my Soul Badge. We went onto Cinnabar Island and took on Blaine, the Fire Gym Leader. I thought he would be stronger, but after all he was just a pushover. I used Thunderbolt on his Growlithe, on his Ponyta, and on his Rapidash. Rapidash got me in a Fire Spin and he used 2 Super Potions, but it wasn't that strong, so I put it to sleep, ate his dreams, and used another Nightshade to finish it off. Lastly, Derpy Arcanine. I used a Thunderbolt, he used an Ember, and I finished it off with another Thunderbolt. Easy Volcano Badge. And now our last battle against Giovanni, this time as a gym leader. He sent out his Rhyhorn, and I put it to sleep. He used the Guard Spike after it fell asleep, so easy Dream Eater for me. His Duck Trio dug a hole, and I was damn scared, and Dig hit me hard, but not hard enough, so I put it to sleep. He used the Guard Spike again, and I finished it off with Dream Eater. I regained some HP and he sent out his Nidoqueen. I tried to put it to sleep, but it didn't really work. Then he used the Guard Spec, so I had to use my Nightshade. Thunderbolt, of course, doesn't hit, so I had to use Nightshade again, and another Nightshade, and it finally went down. Next up is Nidoking. I couldn't hit it with Hypnosis at first, but the second time it hit, and I ate his dreams, and it fainted. His last Pokemon, the Rhydon, he used of course another guard spec, so I couldn't put it to sleep, but a few Nightshades and a few Mist Fissures, because they don't work, have won me the Earth Badge. Boo still isn't allowed to evolve, and we made our way westwards to Victory Road. But first, our rival Tom again. Hey there, Tom! Nice Pidgeot you have. It would be a shame if it went down to a single Thunderbolt. Next up, the Rhyhorn. I put it to sleep, it woke up, of course I didn't see that. I tried to put it to sleep again, and he used Stomp, and I was annoyed, so I just used Nightshade and finished it off. He sent out his Growlithe, I used the Thunderbolt and it died. He sent out his Execute, which I could easily put to sleep, ate his dreams, and I used the Nightshade to finish it off. His Alakazam, strong fellow, he used a Psybeam on me, which didn't do that much damage, and I finished it off with another Thunderbolt. And his Mr. Mime used Meditate instead of attacking me, so it fainted, and I defeated my rival. Again, as always, because that's just the thing, I win against my rival. I included the Victory Road path in here as well, because I think it's just well made and it looks so cool to walk through there and to show off all the badges you finally collected after a long journey. I mean, this journey wasn't that long, but you get what I mean. So we're surfing around, and I thought of a strategy on how to win against the Elite Four, but I thought I don't really need a strategy since I'm strong enough. I wasted all my money on buying full restores, and I took on Lorelei, the Ice Trainer. She shouldn't be that strong because I have Thunderbolt, so I used Thunderbolt against her Dugong. It went down. Next up was her Cloyster, single Thunderbolt. Her Slowbro, Thunderbolt, and it went down. Her Jinx, I thought on how to defeat it, but I used another Thunderbolt. She hit me with an Ice Punch, but I Thunderbolted her to death. I leveled up again, and last up was her Lapras. She used a Super Potion with 2 Thunderbolts, and Lapras died, and I defeated Lorelei. Boo wants to evolve again, but it's still not allowed to do that, so we move on to Bruno, the fighting rock-type whatever trainer. Bruno sent out his Onix, I put it to sleep, and as you can see, epileptic attacks on nearly every Hypnosis and Dream Eater. It went down to a Dream Eater, his Hitmonchan went down to a Thunderbolt, his Hitmonlee went down to a Thunderbolt. Next up is another Onix, I put it to sleep, and I ate his dreams. My Boo is so full of all the dreams of the Pokemon. Lastly, his Machamp, I used a Thunderbolt, he used an X defense, and the Nightshade finished it off. Next win. So we move on to Agatha. She shouldn't be that strong, I thought, but it was a damn close battle. She sent out her Gengar, and I used Nightshade on it. It used Nightshade as well. Mine was stronger though, because the second one finished it off. Good thing for me, she sent out her Golbat. I put it to sleep, it woke up again. I put it to sleep again. I ate his dreams and regained some HP. I needed that. So I was full HP and she sent out her Haunter. I used Nightshade on it. It used Nightshade as well. Those ghost battles are so much fun. And it went down to another Nightshade. Lastly, her Arbok used Acid on me, which wasn't strong. I tried to sleep it a few times and the third Hypnosis hit, and she withdrew it. So I was half HP and took on her Gengar, and it confused me. I hurt myself, it withdrew, and good thing for me, I hurt myself 2 times, but finally hit my Dream Eater, could regain some HP, and Arbok fainted. So I used the Nightshade against the Gengar, it used Confuse Ray as again. I hurt myself, it used Nightshade, and with 24 HP on my last attack, I defeated Agatha. This was way too close. Last of the Elite Four, Lance the Dragon Trainer. I didn't think he was strong, so I just took him on, I regained some PP, and yeah, just tried it. The first Gyarados went down to a single Thunderbolt, obviously water type. His second Dragonair, I used the Thunderbolt, was a critical hit, he used a Hyper Potion, I used the Thunderbolt again, it used Agility, and the Nightshade finished it off, so GG on the speed boost. For the second Dragonair I used the Thunderbolt again, it wasn't that strong so it used Agility. My Nightshade couldn't finish it off so it used another Agility and got a Hyper Potion. Another Nightshade didn't finish it off, but it was faster than me because it used another Agility, but Hypnosis and Dream Eater just killed it off. For the Aerodactyl I used the Thunderbolt, and it died. And last up, his Dragonite, put it to sleep. I ate his dreams. As always, it's such a nice combo. He used a Hyper Potion on it, so I used another Dream Eater. I used the Thunderbolt on it, and it still didn't die, so I used the last Thunderbolt and killed off his Dragonite and defeated Lance the Dragon Trainer. I healed myself with one full restore, I used some PP regens, and I took on Tom. This time, not as my rival, but as the champion of the Pokémon League. His first Pidgeot, as always, went down to a single Thunderbolt. Boo leveled up to level 74, which will be our last level, and he sent out his Alakazam, which I put to sleep and used the Dream Eater. It didn't do that much damage, but it was still asleep, so I used another one. It was still asleep, another Dream Eater, and it woke up but went down to a Thunderbolt. Good thing for me, I had so much luck with the sleeps. I put his Rhydon to sleep and ate his dreams. It didn't went down, so I had to use another Nightshade, but after all, nobody hit me. The Derpy Arcanine. I used a Thunderbolt, he used an Ember, I used the Thunderbolt again, and it went down. Next up was his Executor. We had a bit of Hypnosis standoff. I tried to put him to sleep, he put me to sleep. I woke up, I tried to put him to sleep again, he put me to sleep, and he only knew Stomp and Barrage, and those attacks didn't really hit me. So I woke up, used the Nightshade, went to sleep again. He tried to Stomp and Barrage me as well. I woke up, I used the Nightshade, and he put me to sleep as well. This was such a boring and long-ass fight, because he couldn't even hit me and I was asleep the whole time. But at the end, I woke up and finished it off with another Nightshade. Last up, his Mr. Mime. I used the Thunderbolt on it and he tried to set up a light screen. Used another Thunderbolt and it survived with 1 HP. But another Thunderbolt and we defeated our rival. And we finally got to be the champion of the Pokémon League. And we are allowed to go to the Hall of Fame. Which means we finished our challenge. We finished Pokémon Red with the Gastly only. I know it wanted to evolve the whole time to Haunter, but it was Gastly only, so I wasn't allowed to evolve it. Anyway, this was my journey through Pokémon Red. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, or you can also hit me up. Just either comment down below or hit me up on my Twitter, Discord, you can always talk to me. I also take suggestions for future videos, because I want to do more of those. I like doing that, it's just so much fun. Editing is boring, but yeah, I mean, playing the game in a way like this is just enjoyable for me, and I hope it's enjoyable for you to watch as well. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye!